Hello again, and welcome to Packs and Recreation. So, today we're going to open something that we already opened before, but since we actually got positive results, we're going to try again. Although I don't recommend it personally, today we're going to open a collector's booster for Phyrexia, All Will Be One. Now, you will be saying, why don't you recommend it personally? Well, although I like this set a lot, actually, both mechanically and visually, even more visually, which is kind of my thing. I don't necessarily recommend collector's boosters because they are too expensive for your. You don't get that much bang for your buck. So it is a fun experience, maybe for you to watch opening, but it's not something that I would recommend anyone because. Like sometimes maybe you get the crazy pulls and it's worth it, but very likely, you are not going to pull anything too crazy. But because this is very, very expensive and you get the amazing number of 12 booster boxes. Let me double check to see if I don't see any, exactly 12 booster boxes. Collector booster boxes, yes, but So what's the difference between a collector's booster box and a set booster box, for example? Well, the set booster box has one slot normally for rares or mythics and one guaranteed foil that can multiply. So you have two rares or two mythics in a crazy pool. And an art card. In this case, you don't get the art cards. The art cards are only for the set booster. But because, of course, that every booster needs to have its own flavor of thing. But you get a lot more nicer treatments and different cards. And in the case of the collector boosters, you have the Phyrexia foil, as you have one guaranteed per booster. And, well, sometimes it's nice, but most of the time you get weird cards. I will not be doing it in the video because it will take a longer time than my videos already take, which if you are new here, sorry in advance. But the best thing to do, by the way, when you open these is to at the very least have these are Dragon Shield Perfect Fit, in this case clear. I will make a video one of these days explaining my preferences on these, but so that because most of them are foil, so they are going to curl yes or yes. So if there is a very valuable one, you want to put them here ASAP and maybe even use gloves. I use gloves just because my hands are ugly, not because of the value, because nothing here is like a Black Lotus or anything like that. So there is that. And sometimes you may even want to double sleeve if that's the case. So let's start. So it's 12 boosters with 15 cards. So it has the same number of cards as it has the same number of cards as a draft booster, but it contains, it's more focused to collectors. So people like me that really like cardboard. So let's see what we get. You will always get a foil token. So in our case, it's Phyrexia Might. And the party starts. So Malcator Purity Overseer in Phyrexia art. Legendary creature, Phyrexia Elephant Wizard. Kind of crazy. For 1 white and 1 blue. A 1/1. When Malcator Purity Overseer enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 colorless Phyrexia Golem artifact creature token. At the beginning of your end step, if 3 or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control this turn, create a 3/3 colorless Phyrexia Golem artifact creature token. So very good for Commander. And very nice art, I will say. Oh, very nice. Tyrannax Rex in Phyrexia art. I didn't know this thing existed. So for 4 and 3, not the card I knew because I pulled it before, but not this art. For 4 and 3 green, Tyrannax Rex is an 8/8 that says this spell can be countered. It has Trample, Toxic 4, Ward 4, and Haste. So El Bicho. Oh, baby! Okay. Whoa! And this is a Phyrexia foil. So maybe I don't know, maybe you can catch in the camera the effect of the foil. Elish Norn, Mother of Machines, Concept Praetor style Phyrexia foil. This is I just opened the video saying like, well, this is not worth it because you normally don't pull things that are, that make it up for it, and then this happens, a Mother of Machines in an alternate style, and then the Phyrexia foil. Oops. The only thing that I'm sad about is that I have at this point 3 Elish Norns, and you were like, oh, that's crazy. And I was like, yes, all 3 of them in this art style, and now with this foil treatment. But so for example, this is a good example. You pull this card, you want to make it sure it's like, by the way, spoilers of the next one, but it's a mirror convert, so it's okay. And you just sleeve it very carefully, and you do it bottom to top, because then you can actually put the outer sleeve normally on it. I will just single sleeve it for now, but there it is, Mother of Machines in complete foil. Nice. And this is my luck for saying that, it's not worth it, you never pull anything. So mirror convert, foil, Phyrexia art, colorless, let's put it here. Bite Belly Rat, a alternate style, not foil, which is normally how it goes. Get Summons, a commander card in full art. Sometimes you get commander cards as well in the collector's boosters. Is it good or bad? Well, sometimes you get an in full, like in this case is white art, so I like it. And a Zenith Chronicler. So as you can see by this point, all cards are either foil or in a different art style. So again, this is great for collectors. If you're like me and you love this, Phyrexia Arena. And, but at the same time is, maybe you have better luck if you actually buy these when the set is released, because, the prices are higher, but it's a lottery. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Phyrexia Arena. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. For a bittersweet moment, Jace believed he could still save his love. A moment was all Vraska needed for the glory of Phyrexia, she whispered. A full art Plains, which at this point will be the most disappointed in the Magmatic Sprinter. See, and actually the order in these boosters is backwards. Like normally the stronger cards are in the back, and here they are not. So I guess that maybe it's because they want to impress you faster, or because these are made for engineering purposes, so that you make actually interesting YouTube videos. Because see, these are all commons, right? So the autonomous furnace, let's do the experiment in the next one. I basically think that what this is telling me is that you should open these boosters to the camera backwards and just pull them. See, like Charge of the Mites, because that would mean that the last 2 cards are always going to be the craziest cards, right? So Cotrod Centurion. It's interesting how it works. Like normally if you open a foil, you'll be like, oh nice, even though it's the shittiest card ever. But when everything is foil, nothing is foil. You know what I mean? Like when everything is special, nothing is special. So and I'm just like popping foils, like whatever foil. Which is I actually like foils, but I always see them as a disadvantage because they curl, and that really hurts me. So let's open them backwards then. That seems to be what Wizards wants from us. So let's see. Icor Synthetizer. Also, this way may be funnier for me because sometimes I get a sneak peek when I'm like shuffling and moving them from one side to the other, and you too. So this way is more like a magic trick. Thrill of Possibility, which also enforces the nature of this. Let me just put this thing down here because is the main colors normally go on top, except for one that gets sacrificed. In this case is black. And this really incentivizes for you to be like, oh, let's see what I pop, which is understandable because collector boosters are very expensive. So that's the whole fun of it. But yeah, like this way is funnier. You ramp up with the 4 at the bottom. Tyrannax Atrocity, which is not the same as the Tyrannax Rex. Do not confuse. While some predators specialize in speed, size, or deadly venom, the adaptive Tyrannax see no need to limit themselves. That's why they have haste and toxic 3. Churning Reservoir. At the beginning of your upkeep, put an oil counter on a target non-token artifact creature you control. Interesting. Mirror Convert. Artifact creature, Phyrexia Mirror. The poor mirrors to get back on Brothers War just for this. I think this is where the party starts, with the commander cards and stuff like that. Okay, the Forest, a basic land foil. And let's see. Blackcleave Cliffs. Blackcleave Cliffs enter the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more fewer lands. Nice. Where ambition meets industry, passion is poisoned by greed. I don't think I'm going to pull anything better than Elish Norn, so this is just for dramatics. Ooh, White Sun's Twilight, full white art style. During X life, create X 1/1 colorless Phyrexia might artifact creature tokens with toxic 1, and this creature can destroy. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures for X and 2 white. Very nice. Norn's Quartermaster. Very nice art. And it's a commander card as well. Flying first strike, whenever a commander you control enters the battlefield or attacks, proliferate. Yep, it is a commander card already. And white art as well. Let's see what's the Mirror Convert, which is hopefully the same one that I got in the other booster. And I think this is the Phyrexia foil. No, this is just a normal foil. Quicksilver Fisher. I love the art, but the card, not so much. This is a blue eyes white dragon. It's always mixing it up. No one could say that I played Yu-Gi-Oh since the beginning. This is the one, I guess. Oh, Necrogen Rod Priest in Phyrexia complete foil. You can't see the card, but it looks like the card looks a lot more plastic with this treatment. Maybe you can tell by the reflections on the camera, but yeah. Toxic 2, whenever a creature you control with Toxic deals combat damage to a player, the player gets an additional poison counter. If you pay 1 black and 1 green, target creature you control with Toxic gains Death Touch until the end of turn. This is a multicolor one. Ooh, Nissa Ascended Animist, I think it is the name, and in Phyrexia, the Phyrexia version, so you can't read shit. Fun fact, you actually are supposed to read it like this, because Phyrexia is read vertically. So this is how it's supposed to be written. Oh, sorry, read. Very nice. Sometimes you can tell, like, the XX here, like, sometimes they can't, they don't have a thing for, like, so far the green cards have been the best of this pool. Adron, very nice. The Phyrexia Might, was this something else? Oh yeah, it was a cat. Apparently in the collector's boosters, they actually give you full cardboard for your price. And a Venerated Rod Priest, white art and foiled. Nice, this card is actually very good in competitive play. At least that's my impression. So, next booster. I like it to be... I like opening them backwards. They feel more dramatic and more full of tension. Let me know if you liked it as well, or you just thought it was, shit. Bite Belly Rat in foil. So the bottom 4 are always normal foils and commons mostly. Flincing Raptor. I love the art of this card a lot. Gulping Scrap Trap. I also like the art of this a lot. Overall, I think there's only like a few cards that I don't like the art in this set, and ironically, they all are from the rebellion. The draw speeds. Thrumming bird. I guess I should be opening backwards because my dominant hand is the other, but whatever. Ravenous Necro Titan. Some of Shieldred's Goliaths spread the glory of Phyrexia. Others just eat. So we have something in common. Maybe if I do it like this, maybe my pulse is better. A foil island. You gotta love the lands in this set, like all of them. I think that the normal ones, which you don't actually pull on any booster except for the bundle pack of lands, are the most meh. But oh, the Eternal Wanderer. I play this one a lot on Arena. Legendary Planeswalker. For 4 and 2 white. No more than one creature can attack the Eternal Wanderer each combat. Has 5 loyalty. Exile up to 1 targeted artifact or creature. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner control at the beginning of that player's next end step. For 0, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with double strike, and for -4, for each player, choose a creature that player controls. Each player sacrifices all creatures they control not chosen this way. Very white, that last effect, because it will hurt you as well. So, Argentum Masticore. White art, very nice. I love it how you can tell that that's the optimal way to have art on a Magic card, but it's reserved for this. Artet, Remnant of Menarch. This is a commander card. This is actually in the commander decks, but not white art, so that's what you get. Because they know that the commander players like bling, so that's why they include commander cards, at least one per booster apparently. Soulblade Scamp, alternate art treatment, or Phyrexia art treatment. Sino Dancer, foil, alternate art. I love the art on this card to the point that I've seen it so much. In one of these videos, we pulled the normal one. I was like, what the hell? I think this is the Phyrexia complete. Yep, Bone Picker Scourge. I actually already have it in this exact same treatment because this card is freaking everywhere, like the Sino Dancer. Mind you, this card actually has some lines. Maybe it's because I don't think it catches them on the screen, on the camera, but it's around here. It has like a line here and a line here. And I just opened it. Maybe it's because of the foil process, but well, it sucks. Let's see the last two. Ooh, Skrelv, Defector Might. And this card is very, very good and actually kind of broken if you know how to use it. And I never saw this alternate art. It looks great. Toxic One. It costs 1 white for a 1/1. Is a legendary artifact creature, Phyrexia Might. It can be a commander. Toxic One. Skrelv, Defector Might can't block. For 1 white Phyrexian mana, or you tap it, choose a color, another target creature you control gains Toxic One and Hexproof from that color until end of turn. It can be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. So this is very, very powerful and very nice art as well. And the token is a cat and a Phyrexia Might. Last card is Karumonix, the Rat King in alternate art. So we are very used to this one because it comes with the bundles, and I actually pulled it in a pre-release, I think, but not in this art. This is very nice, and this is obviously the best commander, or some of the best commanders, I guess, for a rat-based deck. I think there are like 3 or 4, at least 4, I'm sure, rat cards on this set. So there is that. Next booster. Magic the Gathering. Let's go. Bring the ending. Dramatic moment. Kaya watching horror as the illusion vanished from her hands. Jace held the real Silex and had activated it before Phyrexia claimed his mind. Bring the ending. And then Elspeth takes it and disappears into nothingness. Whisper of the Draws, very good card, very good art. Kudoltha Cackler, very nice. Basilica School Bomb. Oh, the foil really shines on this one, which makes sense because it's a bomb, right? So there is that. Armored Scrap Gorger. This is a very nice card. If you use it in an oil counter deck, even without oil counters, separate oil counters, it works okay. Char Forger. See, it makes sense. They are exactly made to be opened backwards because commons, now uncommons. So I'm not crazy. My mom tested me. Let's see, this is where the party starts. Okay, the mountain, exactly. It's like to signalize that the party is coming. So let's see. Miglos, Maze Crusher. Nice card. I actually got the promo of these in a pre-release that I opened in the channel. We'll check it out. And the other normally is a commander card. Well, this is not, but or maybe it's the next one that is a commander card. Bloated Contaminator. Creature, Phyrexian Beast. Trample, Toxic 1. Whenever Bloated Contaminator deals combat damage to a player, proliferate. Nice. Yep, there's always a commander card. Contaminant Grafter. Creature, Phyrexian Druid. Trample, Toxic 1 is a 4 and 1 green, 5/5. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to one or more players, proliferate. And if you have Corrupted, at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. So, mana ramp, baby, and very nice art as well. And even though it has the commander set, it doesn't have like any commander specific text, so you can live with it. The pulse card is like it's made for you to breathe. Like, okay, so you got the 4 foil cool cards. Okay, now you have a full you got a land, cool, and then 2 wide art cards, great. And now you take a breather with a alternate art card, a normal one, and then foil back in the game. Alternate land card, Soulblade Scamp, and then the party starts. Ooh, Jorkadin, first Gold Warden, Phyrexian foil, or complete foil. I don't know how this is called. Legendary creature, Human Rebel. For 1 red and 1 white, trample. Whenever Jorkadin, first Gold Warding, attacks, it gets +X until the end of turn, where X is the number of equipped creatures you control. Then, if Jorkadin's power is 4 or greater, draw a card. Very, very nice. And then for the 2 normal but powerful ones, normally, Ovika, Enigma Goliath, legendary creature, Phyrexian Nightmare. Flying. Ward 3, pay 3 life. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create X 1/1 red Phyrexian Goblin creature tokens, where X is the mana value of that spell. They gain haste until the end of turn, and it costs you 5, 1 blue and 1 red, and is a 6/6. The number of the boost. And the token is a Phyrexian Germ, which I don't think I've seen before. Oh, it's because it's from the commander decks. Okay, it's from the commander decks. Nice. And a Rebel, which is not that nice because of the chess piece, which is kind of weird. I don't get it. And the last card is White Sun's Twilight in wide art foil. Very nice. Like, just from an artistic perspective, I love that card. Next, we're taking I don't know what's happening in this. We are taking our sweet time to open this. Welcome to the channel. I will be your guy. Okay, so let's move it. Glistener Seer. Duelist of Deep Faith. Goes here. Barbed Butterfist. Butterfist, not Butterfist. Although a Butterfist will be funny. Predation Steward. Or Steward or Steward? I think it's Steward, right? I'm not crazy. I think. Veil of Assimilation, but I love the art. And the foil, it just bumps up the mask on the darkness, which is great. And Noxious Assault. And now it should be a land. Let me just separate these because too much white apparently. Yes, a Phyrexian green, Phyrexian forest, which I love these lands. They look like something that will come off a secret layer, so. Urabrask's Forge, very nice. It's actually even difficult to read because of the foil on camera. Interesting. So my lightning, right? Ooh, Mind Spice Apparatus. 3 and white and 1 blue. Nice art, and white as well. Flash, at the beginning of your upkeep, put an oil counter on Mind Spice Apparatus. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each oil counter on Mind Spice Apparatus. I just love to say apparatus, 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 apparatus. Commander card, Sky Hunter Strike Force. Flying melee. For 2 and 1 white, a 2/2 Cat Knight. Lieutenant, as long as you control your commander, other creatures you control have melee. I don't remember what's melee. I need to check that. This card could have used space to tell me like what's up. The cool card, which is like cool down. You're about to see the big boys, the Blight Belly Rat. Then a foil, Quicksilver Fisher. Yes, love the art. The card not so much. And let's see. Here comes the big boys. Well, it is not really exactly a big boy. Bladed Ambassador, Phyrexian foil, or completed foil, or whatever it's called. And let's see if we can still save the booster. Seachrome Coast. Beautiful card. Seachrome Coast enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. So that means that we have a Phyrexian Might token. That's also a Phyrexian Might token. So you can just pick the art that you prefer. And the last card in the booster is Archfiend of the Dross. Very nice art. Looks like an angel from Evangelion. 2 and 2 black creature, Phyrexian Demon for 6/6. It has flying. Archfiend of the Dross enters the battlefield with 4 oil counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an oil counter from Archfiend of the Dross. Then, if it has no oil counters on it, you lose the game. Whenever a creature your opponent control dies, its controller loses 2 life. So you technically have 4 turns with this, unless the rest of your deck helps. Let's keep going. Oops. Well, see, that's why the token is here. Actually, that's like the indication from the beginning. The token is the last thing to open. Indoctrination Attendant. We can just go faster on these because these are like normal cards, just foil. Hazardous Blast. Ichor Speed Basilisk. Love it, and actually has legs. So take note, J.K. Rowling. A basilisk is half chicken. Furnace Skull Bomb. Nice, is the Skull Bomb for red. and Skimming Aspirant. Very nice art. Whenever you proliferate, Phyrexian Advisor. Whenever you proliferate, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. I have raised many of my own contenders for the Coliseum. This one will be fearsome one day, mark my words. And Cankerbloom. Doesn't look like much, but trust me, Cankerbloom is a pain in the A playing against a good green deck. Then the land, an island, a very nice looking island. And let's see. Venerated Road Priest. This card is very, very good. I like it a lot. You can tell that I like playing green a lot. Actually, my deck not so long ago for a standard was green-blue. Now I'm playing with a mono white based around Elish Norn because, you gotta play with Mommy of Machines, right? Yeah, come on. A Miran Safe House. As long as Miran Safe House is on the battlefield, it has all activated abilities of all land cards in all graveyards. Okay. And the commander card. Oh, this is not the commander card. I think it's the next one. Goliath Hatchery for 4 and 2 green. Then Goliath Hatchery enters the battlefield. Create 2 3/3 green Phyrexian Beast creature tokens with Toxic 1. Corrupted. At the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, choose a creature you control, then draw cards equal to its total toxic value. Here is the cool, no commander card, so apparently it's not a thing, 100% thing. Rosvine Cultivator, I have seen this card so many times. Is Rosvine Cultivator, Sinnoh Dancer, and Quicksilver Fisher, and the one that's like a Scourge. I mean, it's going to appear again, I can guarantee you. Bladed Ambassador. Again, I was saying, Bladed Ambassador, maybe not much. Well, Bladed Ambassador is here as well. And here is when the party starts, right? Exactly. So let's see what's the big boy on this package, on this booster. Sinnoh Dancer. I would just say, like, Sinnoh Dancer appears everywhere. Here you have it in Phyrexian Complete Foil. Yay, Sinnoh Dancer. Hold me down, you Sinnoh Dancer. Oh man, I'm going to learn how to use it. I'm going to build a deck around Sinnoh Dancer. Maybe a Pauper, but you know. First card, Melira, the Living Cure, and this is the anime art style. I haven't seen this one yet, and I don't quite understand the drawing. Okay, I think. Is she hurt? I don't understand this drawing. Is she bleeding from the forehead? And where is she coming from? What? Okay. I read this card a lot of times, but one more, right? For Melira, the Living Cure, green and white, 3/3, legendary creature, Human Scout. If you will get 1 or more poison counters, instead you get 1 poison counter and you can't get additional counters. Exile Melira, the Living Cure, choose another target creature or artifact. When it's put into a graveyard this turn, return that card to the battlefield under its owner control. So the token is a Phyrexian Goblin and a Phyrexian Might. So there's always a Might, which is appropriate. And the last card for the booster is... Ooh, the Commander card. Oh, there's always a Commander card. This is actually the co-commander of the Resistance deck. You can check the video that I did on that. I will put the link somewhere. Othari Sun's Glory, which is a Phoenix, legendary creature Phoenix for 3, 1 red and 1 white. Flying, lifelink, haste. 3/3. Whenever Othari Sun's Glory attacks, you get an experience counter. Then create a 2/2 red rebel creature token that's tapped and attacking for each experience counter you have. If you pay 2, 1 red and 1 white, tap an untapped rebel you control, return Othari from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. So it is a Phoenix. Actually, it can be used as commander, that's why it's foil on the commander deck is like the second suggestion, but it really works better as a not commander, because commanders, if they die, you can just get them. I mean, they can go wherever, but you can send them back to the command zone and then pay 2+ for their price, and then you keep going. Otari, unless they exile it, in which case maybe you want to have it as commander, but Othari, you basically can keep bringing back as long as you have tokens, which is not difficult if you're playing red and white on Phyrexia. Also, the commander deck made by Wizards is made sure that you have a bunch of generators. So we're midway, and you will be like, "What? We're midway, and we're like half an hour in." You say that this has less boosters, and it's like, yes, I'm sorry. I just like to see the cards a lot. Sue me. Aspirant Ascent. Pestilent Siphoner, or Siphoner, I guess. I'm one of those people that Siphon Filter, it took me a lot to actually pronounce it correctly. Adaptive Spore Singer, not a bad card. Plague Nurse. Hello, Nurse. Ambulatory Edifice, which is something that's kind of scary if you really think about it, because, I mean, the thing, look at the legs. And if you read the flavor text, even worse. Paladin of Predation. The strategies and politics of the vicious swarm are as subtle as Vorinclex himself. Sometimes I want to talk about something else while I show the cards, but I guess that a collector's booster is not the place for it. Maybe a normal set booster or something. Let's see. Party starts. Blade of Shared Souls. Oh mama, 2 and 1 blue. For Mirrodin, when it enters the battlefield, you create a 2/2 rebel and attach it to it. And whenever a Blade of Shared Souls becomes attached to a creature, for as long as Blade of Shared Souls remains attached to it, you may have that creature become a copy of another target creature you control, which is very good. It's not as good as the Blade of X and Y, but, you know. Green Sun's Twilight, white art, love it. Not foil, but it doesn't matter because the art is great. I love the Sun's Twilight. I think they don't have the impact that Wizards maybe was hoping in terms of gameplay, but thematically, I love them. Oh, the commander of one of the commander decks, Exhale, Scion of Atraxable, white art. So maybe you can replace it. Although this one is not foil, but legendary creature Phyrexian Angel for 1 white, 1 black, and 1 green. A 2/5 with flying, vigilance, and toxic 2. Corrupted. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters exiles the top card of the library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and you may spend mana as though if it were mana of any color to cast those spells, which makes sense because even though you have 3 colors here, maybe they have blue or red, and boom, 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 boom. So we already have 2 commanders of the commander decks. Nice. Or maybe not nice because I actually bought the commander deck, so what's the point? Zero Dancer again. Because they like one on top of each other, like we never have enough Zero Dancers. Canker Boom, well, it's actually, very nice card. This is a very nice version as well. Or variant is the word that the cool kids say. And now comes the heavy hitter. So let's see what it is. Archfiend of the Draws. Nice. In Phyrexian foil. Maybe it's not the most expensive card ever and it's not the most valuable, but I really like how it works thematically. Like, basically it's one of those cards that is like, yeah, you are really playing black. Like, you get all this power and all these things, but like you have 4 turns, baby. Otherwise this thing is dying. Or you need to support it somehow because you will lose the game. Period. Second card. Atraxa Grand Unifier. Ooh, in white art, which we actually pulled in some books, I don't recall which one. 3 colorless, 3 any color, 1 green, 1 white, 1 blue, and 1 black. Legendary creature, Phyrexia Angel, 7/7. It has flying, vigilance, death touch, and lifelink. What a great commander, I guess. When Atraxa Grand Unifier enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, you may put a card of that type from among the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Very nice. The collector's boosters are basically commander boosters. That's why now they have the commander masters. Samurai and Phyrexian Might. You always have a Phyrexian Might. And the last card of the booster is Bloated Contaminator. Very nice. For 2 and 1 green, Trample Toxic 1 is a 4/4, and whenever it deals combat damage, proliferate. Which it might as well say Toxic 2. Let's keep going. I'm trying to find a better way of opening them so that they don't break on me always, but I don't know. Life is pain. Okay, so first, Gitaxian Raptor. Nice. The first 4 or 5 are always like normal cards, just for Leonine Lightbringer. Forgehammer Centurion. Mir Kingsmith. Very nice. They're covered in hex gold because our resistance is like the mirror, small and easily overlooked, but loyal and resilient beyond measure. Melira. Watchful Blister Zoa. After a series of ambushes, Wool Break demanded a sentry with no blind spots. I guess. Whatever rocks your boat, my bro. Then a land? Oh no, actually Exuberant Fuseling. Creature, Phyrexian Goblin Warrior. And now the land. Nice. Black Phyrexian Swamp. Well, I mean, Black Swamp. It's kind of redundant. Let's start with the party. First, Phyrexian Obliterator. 4 black, creature, Phyrexian Horror, 5/5, trample. Whenever a source deals damage to Phyrexian Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. Show me what's sorry, it's a quote by Shieldred, so I guess I should read it properly. Show me what Norn's sycophants are hiding under that pretty porcelain. Pretty much this. Spoilers. Blue Sun's Twilight. Wide. I love it. Again, gain control of target creature with mana value X or less. If X is 5 or more, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Don't go away. The commander card, Roar of Resistance. Creature tokens you control have haste. Whenever 1 or more creatures attack, you may pay 1 and 1 red. If you do, creatures attacking your opponent and or planeswalkers they control get +2/+0 until the end of turn. Roar of Resistance. I love that it's just the commander cards but wide art, because otherwise just buy the deck. They know what they're doing. Cankerbloom, again, is like one of those that never fails, but this is a good card, so I think I already have a full playset just in the collector's box. Mere Convert 2. In the embrace of the Mother of Machines, hard work never goes unrewarded. A traitor, that's what it is. And here comes the heater, so let's see. Okay, Mere Convert again, and well, just Phyrexia foil, I guess, if that's what you. I mean, there you have it, and there go my dreams. Next, Copperline Gorge, nice, white art. The token is a Phyrexian Golem or a Rebel. And finally, for this booster, Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler for 1 black and 1 green. The manga styles by Inuma Yuki. Planeswalker Taibar with 3 loyalty. You may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. +1, untap 1 up to 1 target creature, -2, mill 3 cards. Then you may return a creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's like a smaller planeswalker, like a quick one, just to so that not everything is like Nissa, that it's like so expensive if you actually want to use it to her fullest potential. Let's go. Mandible Justiciar or Justiciar. Nice art, nice teeth. Contagious Vorak. To be honest, as I said, I don't think we're going to pull anything as close to the Mummy of Machines, and that was the first booster, so the expectations were very high, but this is how it goes with gambling. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but we already won, so there's that. Offer Immortality. Maze's Mantle. Necrosquito. Or Necrosquito, if you call it its native language. And Ichor Plate Golem. I guess now it's a land. Yes, a forest. Very nice forest. And here come the varieties. Tablet of Completion. This is a weird one. It costs 2, and you tap it, put an oil counter on Tablet of Completion. You can also tap it and add 1 colorless. You can only activate it if it has 2 or more oil counters on it. So it takes 2 turns to actually give you a colorless. And if you pay 1 and tap it, you can draw a card. And you can only do it if it has 5 or more oil counters. So it's kind of useful, but not at the same time. It's good as a oil counter generator. That's my take as a not professional Magic player. Soulless Jailer, nice, white art. We got this as a promo in one of the pre-releases. This is very nice. Very Dark Souls-like, or Demon Souls more like. And now comes the Commander card. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but like you see that they're miscut and like badly cut, and we just opened them, so. Glistening Sphere, white art, Commander card. Glistening Sphere enters the battlefield tapped. When Glistening Sphere enters the battlefield, proliferate. If you tap it, you add 1 mana of any color. It costs 3, and it has Corrupted. Add 3 mana of any color, activate only if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters. So if you have poison counters, this becomes pretty much a Black Lotus, which, here it is, Mournpicker's Scourge. This is the other one that always appears. And the first time I saw this art, I was like, oh man, this is cool, this is amazing, look at the art, look at the thing. No, like, oh, come on. I don't remember seeing the non-Phyrexia art of it. No joke. Blightbelly Rat, another one that pops from time to time. And now comes the party. So, what's the big boy of this pack? Oh, fuck. Again, I just open a random whatever and then I get another random whatever, but this time in complete foil. That's the game, kids. That's the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you get the same card twice in a row, but one time in a very limited foil style. That looks like plastic, to be honest, and is kind of miscut in the borders. So let's see the top cards. Throne, Breaker of Silence in manga style by Yuki Fujisawa. Yuki Fujisawa? Fujisawa, yeah. Yuki Fujisawa. 3, 2 green, legendary creature, Troll Shaman, 5/5. This spell can be countered. Trample, Throne, Breaker of Silence can be target of non-green spells your opponent controls or abilities from non-green sources your opponent controls. As long as it is your turn, Throne has Indestructible. So very nice green card, kind of a sleeper in my humble opinion. And a Phyrexian Might, and a Phyrexian Might. So it's always a Might or a Reroll there. Which is nice because, that's what the whole set is about. Final card for the booster. Ooh, Nahiri. I don't remember the name of the card. Nahiri in Phyrexian style and also foil. Nice. I will read it, but I don't remember the effect, and I can't read Phyrexia yet. Although at this pace, I will be able. Let's see. Orthodoxy Enforcer. Very nice card, visually. Annihilating Glare. Vraska, Gear Shifts. Also, I never get over the fact that this card looks very anime style, and it's not. So I guess it's just the artist. Timmy Rubble. Creating trouble, as usual. Those damn goblins. Mere Custodian. Mere will go there. Mere will go where the work is. We always have, we always will. Orted, Remnant of the Menarch, which is a legendary creature Mere. Distorted Curiosity. Free will was an illusion so perfect it fooled even me. I know better now. Oh, Jace, always the edgelord. Apostle of Invasion. 4 and 2 white. Be not afraid of the holy chorus. Join the rapturous harmony. And then the land. Red Phyrexia mana. Red Phyrexian Mountain. Let's see the alternates. Oh, Koth, Fire of Resistance, Legendary Planeswalker. 2 and 2 red. Koth has 4 loyalty. And the +2 is search your library for a basic mountain card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. The -3 is Koth, Fire of Resistance, deals damage to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control. And the -7 is you get an emblem with whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control, this emblem deals 4 damage to any target. So this seems viable in a 1-to-1 game, but very super duper on Commander. Urabrask's Forge in white art, very nice. And then here comes the Commander card, I guess. Effectively, immediately. Mirage Mockery. Choose for 2 and 1 blue. Choose 1. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact creature you control. Or create a token that's a copy of target non-artifact creature you control. Entwine for 2 and 1 blue. I don't remember what Entwine does, so it will be nice to have it in the card, but whatever. Next, the Chill Down card, the Quicksilver Fisher. And a Furnace Punisher, which is, I always comment the same, but it looks like a Kamen Rider kind of thing. So, etch your victories in iron, that the world may celebrate them forever. And now, according to tradition, the next card is the Phyrexian foil, and it will be a Furnace Punisher, apparently, looking at how things have been going. It was a red card, yeah, but yeah, Slowbad Iron Goblin. Phyrexian foil, you can tell that they're very plasticky, the Phyrexian foils. The Forge embraces all who contribute to the great work. Next card, Boomba, Caramonix the Rat King, which will be nicer if it wasn't for the fact that this thing comes in every bundle, so it's like, eh. Also, it's a legendary creature, so maybe for a normal deck, because for a commander deck it's not that strong. The tokens are a Phyrexian Beast, and a Rebel. Apparently always a Rebel or a Might. And the last card for the booster is Copperline Gorge in foil and full art. Nice. Second to last. Let's see. Let's kick it off. Eye of Malcator, or Malcator, I don't know how you pronounce it. The thing is there a correct way of pronouncing it? Because there are fictional names. Volshock Splitter, which is done apparently by Nahiri. Not my style, but it will get the job done, or it's a weapon that they gave to her. Maybe the second one. Stinking Hive Master. Very nice. Sometimes you can just see more details on the foil cards than in the normal ones because of the contrast that it generates. Titanic Growth. Gleeful Demolition. 3 goblins singing Don't Stop Believing. That's why it's Gleeful Demolition. Thank you. I will be here all week. Serum Core Chimera. Or Serum Core Chimera. And now comes the land, if I am correct. Yes, the island. I don't know if you noticed, but the sun in the background is cut by the water, whatever it is that the things are flowing. So it creates the Phyrexian symbol in the sun. I love these details. Let's see, variants. Ovika, Enigma, Goliath. Very nice, not a variant, but always welcome side. Conduit of Worlds, so the bad word tree. You may play lands from your graveyard. Okay then, for 2 and 2 green. Tap. Choose target non-land permanent card in your graveyard. If you haven't cast a spell this turn, you may cast a spell. If you do, you can't cast additional spells this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Not bad. And the commander card, Clever Concealment. For 2 and 2 white, is an instant that has Convoke, which I don't remember what Convoke was. And any number of target non-land permanents you control face out. So the Chill Down card, Urabrask's Anointer, and the foil card that normally repeats itself, which is a drama, Quicksilver Fisher. So looking at the mathematics, the probability, likely the Phyrexian foil, which is the one that's coming, is a Quicksilver Fisher. No, but it's a Furnace Punisher, which is the one that I was betting on the other booster that it will be. Oh man, it's not like the Phyrexian foil is better than anything, but when you get a normal card on this treatment, it's kind of very meh, because, you know, the treatment is unique. So you're like, you want something cool in there, not a normal card, but, you know, whatever. And now for the last 2 cards. So Miglos Maze Crusher in alternate Phyrexian art. We already saw a Miglos before, so I'm just going to go over this. And the token is a Phyrexian Horror or a Rebel. So there is a constant here. Phyrexian Horror is, and the last card in the booster is Mirage Mockery, which is a commander card. So actually you can have 2 commander cards on the same booster. I thought that wasn't the case, but okay. And I already read this one, so no point in looking at it again. And the last booster. Let's see. Is this a better pool than the first booster? I don't think so. The first booster, I mean, most boosters are kind of balanced, if we are honest here. Let's not be like overly negative, like, oh, if I don't pull the two best, most expensive cards in the set, then this pool was shoot. Nothing like that. But let's be honest, I wanted Mother of Machines out of, you know, art and gameplay. If you also want the specific card, you should just buy it. I'm just doing this for fun and for you guys, but this shouldn't be the norm. Molten Rebuke. There is only one other card that can beat the pool of Mother of Machines in a single booster. So I'm not going to say what it is, but I don't think it's going to be pulled. And no, it's not the Glory Dominus or whatever you're thinking. It's a specific card that I want very much. Is the one card that I want from this set with all my passion and might. but I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to jinx it. Although, again, if I don't pull it after like I am done with the Phyrexia pre-sealed stuff, I'm just going to buy it because, you know, if you want a card, buy the single. That's how it works. Instead of, you know, wasting all this money to maybe get a card that you want, which is not reasonable. Phyrexia Mountain. And now the party starts for the last time on this video. So let's see. The Seed Core. Very nice. Blade of Shared Souls. I think we already pulled one of these, so I'm not going to read it, but very nice and wide art. Now comes the Commander card. Wormquake for 4 and 2 green. Sorcery. Corrupted. Create an XX green Phyrexia worm creature token with trample and toxic 1, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this spell. Then, for each opponent with 3 or more poison counters, you create another one of those tokens, and it has flashback for 8 and 2 green. So, nice. Very Commander because those costs and those requirements. The Cool Yourself Down a Little Bit card, which is by the Ambassador and likely the card that we're going to get. The foil card that is normally, again, Bone Picker Scourge. Kill me now. And now the Phyrexia foil is going to be Bone Picker Scourge because that's my luck. Almost the equivalent but in green, Rostvine Cultivator. Rostvine Cultivator, creature, Phyrexia Elf Druid. Feel the joy of losing yourself to feed the land. I can't, brother. You remove the joy of my life. Now, for the last 2 cards in the booster and in this box. The first one goes Kemba Ka Enduring in Japanese manga style. 1 and 1 white. Legendary creature, Cat Cleric, of course, because it's Kemba. Simba obviously is a Cat Cleric. Whenever Kemba, Ka Enduring, or another cat enters the battlefield under your control, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to that creature. Equipped creatures you control get +1/+1. And if you pay 3 and 2 white, you create a 2/2 white cat creature token. I think this is the one card that creates cats in the whole set, and that's why you have cat tokens available. Very nice card style. I didn't see it. I haven't seen it yet. Phyrexia Goblin and Phyrexia Might. And the last card in the booster and the box is Zopandrel, Hunger Dominus. 5 and 2 green, legendary creature, Phyrexia Horror, is a 4/6. It has reach. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until the end of turn. If you pay 2 Phyrexia green, sacrifice 2 other creatures, you put an indestructible counter on Zopandrel, Hunger Dominus. So this is not like the best Dominus, that's the white one apparently, and the most valuable. But no, that wasn't the card I was looking for either. It sucks, but again, if you want a specific card, just buy it, don't do this. So, it was okay. Like, we got a couple of Phyrexia foils that were actually good cards. The majority were meh cards, but that's normal. Like, if you see the other collector's booster we did, that was the case. We just opened, like, I think 1 or 2 were actually cool Phyrexia foil cards. The rest was just like Bone Picker Scourge and stuff like that. So, meh. But overall, very good. And the most important thing is that we actually got the most important Phyrexia foil, Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines, in concept. So I'm very happy with this. It still is not the card I was wishing for, but man, I love the design of Elesh Norn. I love the art. I love the card as a whole. So I'm very happy with it. Although that design of Legendor, that card variant is not my favorite. I think actually it's my least favorite because it's the least stylish, but it's still great nonetheless. So I hope you liked it. This was a Phyrexia Collector's Box, a Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One Collector's Booster Box. I think it went okay. I will edit the totals and see if it was, profitable or not, quotation marks, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time, and I hope you had a nice time opening packs with me. And as always, thank you for watching, and this has been Packs&Recreation. Have a very nice day or night. See you next time. Bye.